talk a little more about the ridiculousness of the attempt of the Biden mandate. In the last video, we already covered how the known things about the efficacy, the waning efficacy, and the ability of it to protect people is definitely on the wane, and there's more and more evidence that it's not really helping. More and more. So we're going to go over a few other reasons why it's completely ridiculous. I said, because if they can mandate something like that, what else can't they mandate? Can they mandate how many vegetables you eat in your diet a day? You know, I'm sure they'd be love to send social workers around to make sure you've eaten your spinach. Eat your spinach. The Democrats, they'd love that. They'd love to go around every house. That's how they'd create jobs, create a little army of spies and enforcers for their stupid ideas. Suppose it would be as if though they said, we decided that peanuts are really healthy for you and they prevent these viruses, so everybody must eat so many peanuts every day to protect themselves from this virus. Or you will be fired or fined or thrown in jail if you don't eat your serving of peanuts. No exemptions. Well, there are a lot of people who are allergic to peanuts. And I'm sure there are other reasons people can't eat peanuts. Maybe, people with diverticulitis and other kind of allergies or health issues. But no, Joe Biden's going to mandate everybody must have a daily serving of peanuts or be fined or go to jail if they don't eat their peanuts. So you see, essentially, this is what the same case is. Because, we don't know how effective peanuts are against the viruses. We haven't studied it. And yeah, sure, peanuts might be good for you in some ways, but may be very bad for some people. But see, now here's the thing. The government is attempting to intimidate the medical doctors. And that is very dangerous, because obviously the government will say if the doctor will not recommend our mandate to every patient, they're going to be fined. They're going to lose their license. They're going to, be stricken from the medical record or something. So you see that the federal government is trying to put their full force of their weight. It's about obedience. It's not about health. It's not about making the country safer or better. It's about obedience. And if they can get complete obedience on these little things, what other bigger things can they push, And I feel sorry for people who trust the government. They're absolutely foolish. Absolutely foolish. And so, now suppose the Republicans made a mandate for the Democrats. Suppose the Republicans said, we decided that the Democrat Party is all communist and all fascist, and we cannot have them. They are a threat to our nation, so nobody can be a Democrat. The Department of Homeland Security is on them, and we are going to give them 60 days to either join another party, or they'll be fined or lose their job, How about that? Because, Republicans could come up with just as good excuse. They'll say Democrats are a danger. They're putting communism in our countries and in our schools. And if they don't change their party within 60 days, they will be fired. It sounds a lot like the McCarthy era, right? If you believe this, you'll be fired. And supposedly the McCarthy era was not a good thing for the country. And we probably should have continued to fight communism in other ways, which we obviously didn't. But in this case, like I said, Republicans could target the Democrats just as maliciously if they really wanted to. But the Republicans don't, because they still believe in freedom. And I work at this newspaper, and from time to time we get a few hate mail letters or calls of people saying they will not subscribe anymore, or why don't we silence some of the conservative letters to the editors because they're so terrible, they're no good. But I noticed that I don't think we have ever had a call or a letter from a Republican or conservative that said, do not publish the Democrats' letters to the editor because they're just spreading lies, they're no good, I won't buy your paper. I don't think we've ever had one. And that's telling, because that shows you who the authoritarians are and who believes in freedom and free speech. So it's really pathetic when you can tell exactly which side of the aisle does not believe in freedom. And they want to silence those who oppose them. Well, that's not America, and that's not who we are. So we're going to keep on speaking loud and long, and we are going to clean up this country from all this Democrat oppression. and give the more conservative and moderate people the courage to stand up and fight back. So this is a very good start, and we will continue to fight and push and get America back to where it needs to be, get it great again, and end the left-wing reign of terror. All right. Thank you for watching. Let freedom ring.